Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. This video is mainly for all of my adults out there. So all my adults, so I hope you're listening to this. Kiddos, if your parents or whoever you're with is not listening to this video right now, go get them now so they can hear the stuff I have to say, okay? It's really, really important. So I have been looking at the writings that have been completed by kids in the first grade from all different classrooms, and I'm a little concerned at some of the things I'm seeing. We're not there. And when I'm with my kids in the classroom, and all the other first grade teachers are the same way, we are really on them about finger spaces and setting those words on the line and sending out words on their own. So I want you guys to be sure that you're really, really staying on top of your kids, but you're not doing it for them. Don't have them copy what you write. Don't tell them how to spell words. Make it more independent. So we did a writing assessment, and it's scored out of a 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1 is kind of the same thing as an F. 2 is kind of like a low C or D. 3 is on grade level. That's like a B or a low A. And if they get a 4, that's like an A+++. So right now, most everybody should be at a 3. If they are a 2 or below, then they're not where they should be. So make sure you look on your report card and you see where your child is and what they scored so far. If they're a 2 or below, make sure you're working really, really hard at home with them on their handwriting. So this is an example of a writing done by a child completely independently. There was no help from me. The only thing I did was I posted the word bats on the board, and that was it. The rest of that, the opening sentence, closing sentence, she remembered out of her memory. There's about that's back there on the sight word wall. I have the word no back there on the sight word wall, so they can find these words around the room, but the whole sentence is not posted up there for them. And it says, let me tell you about bats. They can fly. Also, bats can be brown. Now you know about bats. All right, so she forgot a letter here and there. No big deal. She forgot her finger space right there. But for the most part, she did a really good job of doing her finger spaces. She's sitting her words on the line like she's supposed to, and her writing makes sense. So that's a 3 right there. So here's my next one that's a 3. His says, let me tell you about bats. Bats can zigzag. Also, they eat bugs. Now you know about bats. Same thing. He wrote this all by himself. There's only a few words around the room that he used to help him out. Do you see how he sent out the word eat and put it right there? He didn't spell it correctly, but that's okay. And my last one I had, this is a 4. Now 4s are really hard to get at this point, but she did an excellent job. This one says, let me tell you about bats. Bats are black and brown. Bats hang on trees. Now you know about bats. So again, she didn't spell everything correctly, but that's okay. We want them to use an inventive spelling. Now this child, she has very, very, very pretty handwriting. She's almost as good as mine, and I'm 30 years old. Great finger spaces. Her stuff always makes sense. She's got a nice little picture that matches, so that helps out with her grade as well. So parents, if your kiddos, I don't expect perfect. If their handwriting's a little on the uneven side, it's fine. Handwriting does not have to be perfect. Like this handwriting's not perfect, but he still did a really, really, really good job. So I want you to stay on your kids. Make sure those words are sitting on the line like they're supposed to. Really stay on and make sure that they're touching the dotted line where they're supposed to. Really focus on those finger spaces. Do not just let them copy you or copy what I write and say you're done, especially do it sloppy. Trying to make them do things independently, because when they come back to school, if they ever do, they're going to be really, really far behind if they're not independent now at home with you. So now's the time to really stay on them and make sure they have finger spaces, everything's sitting like they're supposed to, and they are sending out words independently. It's fine to use November words for some, but some words that they don't have on the November words, make them send it out on their own. They should be able to hear all those sounds and write down all the sounds they hear. So what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing parents sending videos and pictures of their kids writing, and everything's spelled perfectly, everything's written perfectly, it's phenomenal. Like it's almost too perfect, if you catch my drift. So make sure you are making your child be independent and work on their own. Writing is hard, and they may complain about their hand hurt and all that kind of stuff, but it's something that they have to do, and it's really, really, really important. All right, so I'm off my soapbox now. And I want you to check your child's writing from yesterday about Thanksgiving, and if there's some things that need to be fixed, go ahead and have them rewrite that today. All right. Thanks, parents.